Toned, lean, strong legs are what we're all striving to have. I've created a workout to help accomplish just that. Here we go. Hey you guys, I try to think about always trying to use different planes of motion, using a variation of weight, body weight, variations of equipment. All of that stuff plays a huge impact into how your leg workout's gonna happen. So don't always get stuck maybe at the squat rack or using the Smith machine. Really try to get out and vary your workout. That's really gonna make a big difference. Okay, I'm gonna show you about 5 different exercises today. It's gonna kind of hit every part of the legs, everything from your quads to your hamstrings, your glutes. We're gonna try to hit everything. Okay, the first thing we're gonna start back with is one of my favorites. I had never really tried these before until, gosh, like a few months ago, and I actually really like them. And I know a ton of people are doing them, but I'm just here to reinforce how good they are. So this is gonna be the good old cable kickback to a lateral kick out lunge. So what I do is I normally start with just doing my kick out first, and you can use like a cuff with this. The only thing I have today is a handle, so I'm gonna use a handle. Okay, so what you're gonna think about doing, if I can keep this on my foot here, I'm gonna make this safe. So once you get your cuff on, or cable, let me get this over my shoelace. Okay, so what we're gonna try to do is we wanna think about keeping a flat back. That's really critical when doing these. So I'm thinking about keeping a flat back as I drive my leg up. I'm not hyperextending my back. A lot of times I'll see people up high. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you create that tabletop so you have something to hold on to. And then you're just going to drive, once again, to a flat back. We're not going super high and hyperextending that lower back. So we're going to do maybe 12 to 15. Maybe a little bit heavier weight, not super heavy, but enough to where you're feeling it. Then I usually flip my cuff around, and now I go into a kick out lateral lunge. So I'm just going to give a little kick, and then I'm gonna do a wide step. And I usually grab onto something, kick and step. So this one I usually drop the weight down because it is going to be a little bit tougher to do. It's great too because it does work the obliques. So we can't go wrong with that one. So we're kicking as high as we can and stepping off to the side. So what I normally do is sometimes I'll do all 3 sets of my kickbacks first. I'll do all 3 sets, and then I'll go into all 3 sets just to really burn out and keep that same motion going. Okay, so next we're gonna go into a goblet squat to reverse lunge. So this one, use however much weight you want. This one I use a little bit heavier weight. So the goblet squat, our feet are gonna be a little wider than shoulder width apart. You're just gonna think about dropping down, really engaging the glutes. And so once you drop down, you're gonna slightly step up, and then you're gonna go right into your reverse lunge, goblet squat, and you can alternate legs with these. So you just wanna think about getting that back leg as low to the ground as possible, keeping your head and chest up, really kind of concentrating on glute power with these. Just get a nice little rhythm going. Once again, maybe 12 to 15. Just really making sure you keep the head and shoulders up. And here. Whew, okay. Good, good, good. Okay. Number 3, plie squat to plie jumps. You can use a little bit lighter weight with this one. So we're gonna do 10 plie squats. So we're gonna get those feet externally rotated quite a bit. Nice wide stance. With these, you wanna think about kind of bringing your pelvis in a little bit to protect your lower back. And we're just gonna drop, and you're just gonna do 10 squats. Once you've completed your squats, you're gonna do jumps. You can either continue holding the weight or get rid of the weight. I usually hold on to it because it makes it a little bit tougher. So my pelvis is rotated under, my head and shoulders are staying nice and straight, getting as low as possible. So with rotating our feet out, we're engaging the adductors and abductors a little bit more along with the quads. Really good. Alrighty. So the last two exercises we're gonna superset. What I love about supersetting is that it helps get our heart rate up. It helps to start burning any fat layer we may have. Because if you're doing all this work, what's the point if it's all covered with a layer of extra weight? Okay, so we're gonna start with a low box squat jump. So I'm just gonna use this low box here. And what we're gonna do is we're just going to jump up and stay low, and we're gonna pop back staying low. So we're just getting into a little rhythm here. So you're gonna do 15. Once you finish your 15, you're gonna walk over. You're gonna do your single leg bench jumps, 15. Dropping the knee down as low as you can, explosively getting up. And you're gonna do 15. Once you finish 15, you're gonna get your other leg up, get your balance, and you're gonna do the same thing. Make sure your bench is stable. And you're gonna pop up, use your arms. That's really gonna help you get some good distance off the ground. Then boom, after that's done, this doesn't stop for 3 rounds. My heart's already racing. So that's what I love about these. It's explosive, metabolic, heart rate is up. We're gonna burn some calories. We're gonna really start seeing some strength, endurance, a lot of good things in our workout. It's good to go from being anaerobic to getting to be aerobic. Okay, you guys, 5 great exercises for your legs, hitting every part of your legs. Make sure to do 12 to 15 reps, complete your 3 rounds, push through this. If you have to take a short break to catch your breath and get your heart rate down a little bit, that's okay. Just try to make it as short as possible. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Check us out at Athlean-XXforwomen.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and I'll work out with you guys soon.